I decided nothing's going to stop me from exercising. There may be some hurdles that I couldn't do, but if my body says I can do something, I'll do it. Hi, my name's Marsha, and fitness has saved my life. I started joining the gym about 4 or 5 years ago. That's where I saw Duran. He was with one of his clients, and they were like skipping, and I thought I really wanted to do that, but I knew I wasn't fit properly enough. So I gave it a couple of more weeks and went over to Duran. I says, I'd like to do a PT session with you once a week. And he says, yeah, no problem. And it started from there. It was basically, I forgot how to skip, didn't know what to do, and he was very encouraging. Every week we were doing different types of skipping, and it took longer due to the injury I had in my right ankle, but he was always encouraging me. Every week he would encourage me. The only reason why I joined the gym was I was getting close to 15 stone, more or less morbid obese, and at that time depression had set in, and I needed somewhere where I can interact with a lot of people. I signed up, and as soon as I signed up, I went down straight away, had a look around, and I did about an hour on the same day I signed up, and I'm glad I did it. Not a lot of people thought I'd do it. They said once I joined I wouldn't do it, but I proved them wrong. I proved them wrong because I've always been told that if you work hard enough, it will bring you good results at the end, and my mother always taught me that. But before that, before I even joined, I was with the Territorial Army. For 4 or 5 years, and sadly I had an accident, and it's literally ruined my right leg and ankle, and basically I had about 3 operations before it could be completely fused together. So my concern was, when I was going to the gym, is would this injury prevent me from exercising, and it didn't. I decided nothing's going to stop me from exercising. I can, there may be some hurdles that I couldn't do, but if my body says I can do something, I'll do it. The reason why I joined the army was I had issues at work, and my supervisor had said, how about joining the Territorial Army? And I went, yeah, I can do that. So with me, I don't think about things, I go and do it. If I think about it, I won't. So the day that she said, why not join, I did it. It was all to do with mechanics. So they call it Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers for the Territorial Army. And I went, that would be perfect. So the same day I joined, and it wasn't all about guns and stuff like that. It was about fixing, it was like mechanics, fixing trucks, lorries, the stuff that the army uses, and I literally enjoyed it. It was every week I went. I think it was every Tuesday I went to the training. Then we went away to Germany, and I think it was more or less a year before the Iraq war started, and that's when I had my accident. One thing I said when I had the accident was, how am I going to do my exercising the next day? I think I was in shock, and my worry was, I need to do my exercise at my training, and the guys in the truck were laughing, because that's the one thing I said, because I wasn't worried about the accident, I was more worried about I needed to do my training. But the After the accident, I spent about 2 weeks in Germany doing rehab, and then came back to the UK, and I went back to work. I went back to work 3 months after the accident. It was a severe accident because I felt I can't sit at home. The people at work were amazed that I came back to work even though I was still in a cast. I had a tick list. The top of the list was riding a Harley, which I did. Rode a Harley. Then the next one was do a 100 kilo deadlift. That was amazing. Did that with Duran. It took a lot longer, but every week we literally tried and tried. I think the first 20 kilos was just too easy. And I the one thing I do with Duran is like, he'll put me on the weights, and then I'll tell him, I say, sorry Duran, that's too easy. I'd rather be honest, because you cannot get enough, you don't work out very good if you're using a very, very light weight. It doesn't do anything. So I said, nah, it's just too easy, Duran. So I think we went up probably about 60 kilos. And I said, yeah, that's it. That's the weight. And he got a belt. He brought a belt in because he says anything over 60, then you got to start wearing a belt, which I did, and that helped a lot. And it was the case of, I think it took us. It did take quite a bit, but we got there. We got 100 kilos, and to me, yeah, really, really did it. Amazing work. Also, losing the weight, I achieved 10 stone, which I've never in my childhood dreams have got down to 10 stone. I was so happy, overjoyed. When my mum came over from Jamaica, she didn't recognise me. She couldn't believe it, and she was so happy. Since joining the gym and meeting new friends, meeting Duran, it's been a really, really great 2 years of my life. Then one day I said to Duran, I'm going to do a white collar boxing. And Duran goes, eh? You know, he was saying, really? I went, yeah, I'm going to do it. You know, I wanted to do it to help a charity, which was for cancer research, because I've been through cancer. I've been 6 years clear now. I'm still on medication, but 6 years is for me a good achievement. So I decided to do something to help them. They've helped me go through treatment, and I wanted to do something back. I went to the hospital on my own and thinking, it's just no problem, and I wish I didn't. I wish I took a family member with me, because when they told me there and then, it was devastating news. I'd contacted my mum, and she literally cried, even though she was thousands of miles away. And luckily enough, she came over from Jamaica, and she looked after me. The chemo was not, I'd say this, it wasn't pleasant, and I can understand why a lot of people had given up chemo, because the treatment was brutal. But I said no, I'm going to carry on. I'm going to carry on through the treatment. It was brutal, but it paid off in the end. I wouldn't say I'm cancer free, but I'm taking medication to prevent it from coming back. The only sad part about taking the medication, it puts me deeper into depression. So I'm taking tablets to prevent that. So I thought, yes, I'm still taking medication for both, but it helps when I'm at the gym. When I'm at the gym, the whole world, I ignore the whole world. And when I'm in there, I'm concentrating on what I'm doing, and I ignore everybody else. And to me, that's the release. I think what caused it was the accident. I think nobody in my family has ever had cancer. But I think when I had the accident, when I was in Territorial Army, I think it triggered something. thought, no, this can't be happening to me. I'm in depression. I got cancer. My leg is busted. It was like all three things come at once, and I didn't know how to handle it. But I was getting a lot of advice from Duran. He says, look, whenever you need to talk to somebody, just call me, and whenever you're feeling down, we can not exercise today, we can sit down and talk. And you know what? I prefer that than from a family member, because I'd rather talk to somebody who will listen, but not somebody who's going to tell you what you should do. And I will come out of that gym with a smile on my face, because I felt better coming out of the gym, because I knew full well there was people who would listen to me that I could talk to. The training with Duran, he knew my limitations, especially with my ankle. When the COVID started, I didn't know what to do. When the gym was shut, I was lost, because it was like my second home, the gym. I think that was the time when I'd put on a slightly bit more weight, because when I live alone, I was comfort eating. I was so glad to be back at the gym, seeing everybody again. And that's why I'm there every day. Yeah, go in, say, right, Duran. Yeah. And it's like, I have people, I call them big man. All right, big man. And it's like everybody at the gym knows me, you know, and we have a laugh. We have a good laugh. We do exercise, but if you exercise and have a bit of fun, then it encourages me to go back again. I'm not a serious type of person to train, you know. Just I think one day I turned up in my Star Wars costume, and I celebrate Star Wars Day every year. So I ended up going to the gym in my Star Wars costume. Well, that was a big mistake. I couldn't exercise in it because it was too hot. My number one boxer is Muhammad Ali. It's when he came over to Birmingham. He was down at Hockley, and I went with my sister, my twin sister and my mum, and he was there. Muhammad Ali was there. He picked me up and he kissed me. And it's one of those memories that I'll never ever forget. And I think that's what got me intrigued in boxing, because when I saw Duran at the gym and he was doing the skipping and was showing the clients and stuff, I started to watch a lot of boxing, and especially where you got Lennox Lewis, Nigel Benn. You know, at the time when British boxing was the best, with those guys, Frank Bruno. Mike Tyson, you know, and some of the other American boxers. At the time, boxing was brilliant, and I was so intrigued. And when I saw Duran, I went, yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that boxing. You know, I feel like, yeah, I've got the energy and stuff like that. So he was fantastic from day one. The only thing was that he would murder me in the gym. He would literally push me to the limits. And I stand there going, why are you killing me? Why are you killing me, Duran? I'm knackered. I've got to go to work tomorrow. You know, but he knew my limits. And also, when I brought my first boxing gloves, and I went, yeah, I like, nah, this is so real, so real. We got up to the white collar boxing, and I picked my own entrance. And it was Ozzy Osbourne entrance, because I love Ozzy Osbourne, very rock and roll. And then got into the ring. I couldn't believe how many people were there. I don't think I was nervous, but it was just like, yeah, come on, let's do it. You know, I did reserve myself for the first round. She was hitting me on the head and stuff. But every time she hit me, it was like, no pain, that's not going to do. And so I started to be a bit more tactical because I'm a tactical boxer. And she was starting to tire out, and the guy in the ring says, look at her, she's tiring out. And I went, yeah, I can see. No break, I was ready to go, and then second round it was half 50-50, and then third round got her, and she was literally, when I was giving her my right arm, right punch, and then as soon as she stopped, and that gave me the opportunity to hit. So I was hitting her on the face, and she was turning around to run away from me. And I thought, what are you doing? And she was spinning around, and she hadn't a clue what she was doing, because all the blood coming down, and she was tired, and I can hear the guy saying, "You bloodied her, you bloodied her." So I carried on hitting her on the face. I didn't stop, and I can hear my friends go, "Go on, Marsha, go on," and that gave me even more encouragement. So I kept hitting her. But sadly, she won. But I looked at her and went, yeah, you won, but you got a bloody nose. So at the end of the night, it was, I enjoyed it. I literally enjoyed it. I think it's one of those occasions that I would never ever forget. Company and Duran had sponsored me. I raised a lot of money as well. I raised a lot on the night. So then after that, I had the day off, and then I went back to the gym the next day, well, the day after.
It's the night after, well, it's the day after the fight, and I just started laughing because for the fact that she kept hitting me, and then like, I stared at her aside, and I just went for it, and it was like, as soon as I gave her a bloody nose, I went, right, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm gonna hit her hard. Oh man, I hit hard and she was bleeding. I thought, for me, that was probably the best moment, and I won't forget it. Yeah, I lost, so what? So I'm really happy for the night out. Your friends from work, from the gym, you're awesome. You're absolutely awesome. I'm gonna have a nice long rest. Peace out.
Don't forget what Duran has taught me on my moves and stuff. It's still in my mind. I will never forget.